Imagine a world where school teaches you how to get rich. That's the kind of education Robert Kiyosaki, author of the runaway bestseller Rich Dad, Poor Dad, believes we're all missing. In his book, Kiyosaki challenges the way we think about money, revealing a path to financial freedom most schools never mention. Through his own childhood experiences with two very different dads, Kiyosaki exposes a hidden truth: the traditional path of getting good grades, landing a secure job, and saving money might not be the ticket to wealth you think it is. So, ditch the textbooks for a minute, because Kiyosaki's got a more practical lesson plan, one that could change your financial future. 1. Financial education. School teaches us many things, but how to handle money often isn't one of them. Robert Kiyosaki argues this lack of financial literacy traps many in a cycle of working for money, with little chance of building wealth. This cycle can unknowingly get passed down through generations, keeping families struggling financially. 2. Lesson from childhood. Robert Kiyosaki noticed this financial gap early on. His own dad, his poor dad, worked hard but never seemed to have much money. Meanwhile, his friend's dad, his rich dad, wasn't as well educated but was wealthy. Curious, Kiyosaki sought out Rich Dad's guidance on how to make money work for him, instead of the other way around. 3. Rich Dad's teaching method. Rich Dad didn't believe in traditional book learning for finances. Instead, he offered Kiyosaki and his friend real-world experience. They started with low-paying jobs to understand the value of $1. While frustrating at first, it taught them valuable lessons about money management that textbooks couldn't. Rich Dad stressed taking action and learning from experience, not just theory. 4. Early work experience. Kiyosaki and his friend were initially discouraged by the low wages of their first jobs. It wasn't what they expected after seeking advice on getting rich. But Rich Dad had a plan. He explained that the real value wasn't the money itself, but the lessons they were learning. They were gaining practical skills in managing money, like budgeting and saving. This newfound knowledge would be far more valuable in the long run than a bigger paycheck at that point. 5. The concept of assets and liabilities. Rich Dad introduced a key concept: the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets are things that put money in your pocket, like a business that generates income. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money out, like a car loan or credit card debt. Financial education helps you understand this difference. By focusing on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities, you can build wealth over time. 6. Practical application. Practical. Armed with this knowledge, Kiyosaki and his friend put it to the test. They started a small business venture, applying the lessons they learned about assets and liabilities. While it might not have been a huge success initially, it was a learning experience. They understood that financial literacy is key to making your money work for you, not the other way around. 7. The power of corporations. Rich Dad also opened their eyes to the power of corporations. These legal structures can help minimize taxes and protect your personal finances. Understanding tax laws and how corporations work can be a huge advantage. It's not about cheating the system, but using the rules to your benefit to build wealth and keep more of your hard-earned money. 8. Overcoming fear and greed. Financial decisions can be clouded by emotions. Rich Dad emphasized managing fear and greed. Fear can keep you from taking calculated risks, while greed can lead to impulsive choices. Instead, Kiyosaki advocates for a proactive and informed approach. Develop an entrepreneurial mindset, where you actively seek opportunities to learn and grow your wealth. 9. Continuous learning and adaptation. The world of finance is constantly changing. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. That's why Kiyosaki stresses the importance of lifelong learning. Stay curious, keep educating yourself on new financial concepts and trends. Be adaptable and willing to adjust your strategies as needed to navigate the complexities of the financial world. Conclusion. Many of us struggle financially simply because we weren't taught how money works. Robert Kiyosaki's experiences highlight the importance of financial literacy in breaking free from this cycle. By understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and by learning to manage fear and greed, you can make informed decisions that build wealth over time. Embrace lifelong learning and adapt your strategies as the financial landscape changes. Don't wait for school to teach you about money. Take control of your financial future through education and proactive action. Remember, Rich Dad's advice: work to learn, not just for money. By following these principles, you can achieve financial freedom and build a secure future for yourself and your family.